After spending thousands of dollars on supplements recommended by functional medicine doctors, naturopaths, health coaches, they didn't even make a difference. Actually, the number one mistake that I see when people are trying to improve their health is that they have a huge list of supplements they're taking to try and fix their symptoms. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what supplements you're probably taking that you might regret later. Number one is probiotics. Now, probiotics are lab-made supplements that typically contain 5 or 6 strains of bacteria. The human gut microbiome contains 300 to 1,000 different strains of bacteria, all playing a different role or function in the body. When you take a probiotic, you're populating the gut with an excess of only 5 to 6 strains of bacteria, which creates an imbalance. These other bacterial strains and their functions are now down-regulated. As most probiotics are created in a lab, the bacteria are usually fed with sugar in order to multiply. When the bacteria that you're introducing to the gut are used to thriving off of sugar, they will perpetuate that in the body. The gut-brain connection is a very strong connection, and the gut sends signals to the brain for what it's craving. If your gut microbiome is made up of bacteria that are used to eating sugar to survive, what are they going to send to your brain to tell you to crave? Soil-derived probiotics and naturally fermented foods are the better option for replenishing the gut microbiome. Soil-derived probiotics are bacteria naturally found in the earth. This aligns with the balance of bacteria we would get from eating natural whole foods. And fermented foods are packed with probiotics. These are the good bacteria that grow during the fermentation process. Now make sure that anything you're buying fermented from the grocery store is actually fermented and not just soaking in vinegar. It's also important to avoid any fermented foods that use a ton of salt as a preservative. Number 2. Fish oil or plant-based omega-3s. The reason people take fish oil or plant-based omegas is for the healthy fat, the omega-3 fatty acids. It is suggested that we should consume a ratio of 1 to 2 omega-3s to omega-6s. However, the current Western diet has a ratio of 1 to 25 omega-3s to omega-6s. Now, this abundance of omega-6 fatty acids in the diet contribute to disease, inflammation, cancers, and autoimmune conditions. When taking supplements that contain omega-3s, we have to understand that omega-3s are extremely sensitive to heat, light, and oxygen when compared to omega-6 fatty acids. The oil in omega-3 supplements can be old and get damaged from exposure to light, heat, or oxygen during the manufacturing and shipping processes, all before the time it gets to your supplement store. This supplement becomes rancid and thus becomes carcinogenic to the body. Leafy greens actually have the best ratio of omega-3 fatty acids. This can help the body come back into balance after an excessive omega-6 intake. Spinach, kale, and watercress are some of the most mineral-dense and high in omega-3s that you can easily use to replace your supplement, and they are natural from the earth. Number 3, isolated supplements. Here's what I mean when I say that. Isolated supplements are when you're taking a vitamin or mineral on their own, like a magnesium supplement or a vitamin C or a zinc. These supplements are most likely synthetic and aren't recognized by the body in the same way as their whole food versions are. Any synthetic supplements overload the liver, as the liver is responsible for processing down anything foreign or chemical to the body. For example, vitamin C provided in lab-produced supplements is actually absorbic acid. It's not even vitamin C. Synthetic absorbic acid is often made from genetically modified corn and processed with chemicals like acetone. This is overburdening the systems of the body to process something that is foreign. Research also shows that a nutrient may not have the same effect on the body when it is isolated and taken as a supplement. This is because the absorption and function of vitamins and minerals are influenced by other components of the food. In other words, taking a vitamin or mineral and not having its synergists present, or the other components that are naturally found alongside it, will make that vitamin useless. It's important to know that consuming too much of an isolated vitamin or mineral can interfere and inhibit the action and absorption of other vitamins and minerals that are in our system at the same time. So get vitamins and minerals in the most balanced way from food. Superfoods like spirulina, wheatgrass, sea vegetables, and mineral-dense herbs provide you everything you need in a balanced nutrient profile that the body can actually utilize. Number 4. Chlorophyll. So many people jumped on liquid chlorophyll when it started to become trendy online. Chlorophyll is the green pigment found in the leaves of plants. It can cleanse the blood, improve oxygen in the body, and strengthen red blood cells. True chlorophyll actually mimics the chemical structure of our human blood, or hemoglobin. But many chlorophyll supplements actually contain chlorophyllin, a synthetic chemical derived from chlorophyll. This is not the same as getting natural chlorophyll from leafy green vegetables. Number 5 is melatonin. Anytime you are taking melatonin, you are overloading the body. We naturally produce only 0.1 to 0.3 milligrams per day of melatonin. And most melatonin supplements start at 3 to 5 milligrams per dose. This is more than 10 times the amount of melatonin that we naturally know how to produce and utilize. Once secreted by the pineal gland in the brain, melatonin binds to hormonal receptors throughout the whole body. It especially binds to a particular region of the brain that regulates our body's internal clock and circadian rhythms. Long-term use of melatonin may lead to decreased sensitivity to melatonin, whether synthetic or naturally produced, and impact your overall melatonin production long-term. Number 6. Digestive enzymes. Digestive enzymes aren't meant to be a part of your routine long term. Our body naturally produces digestive enzymes like amylase, lactase, lipase, maltase, sucrase, and proteases. The pancreas is actually considered the powerhouse of digestion, primarily because it creates the bulk of our digestive enzymes that break down carbohydrates, fat, and protein. When consuming an external source of digestive enzymes, the pancreas is sent signals that it doesn't have to secrete more because there are already plenty floating around in the body. When this happens every day and every meal because you're regularly consuming digestive enzymes, it shuts down this particular function of the pancreas.